Is everything?
Tell me that the boogies don't settle. Tell me. We have an entire episode of you going in a goddamn paper towel. All right. Tell me. Look at me in the eyes and tell me that the boogies don't settle, Nikhil.
They may settle. It's
yeah,
possible.
they definitely settle.
Is everything you don't like colonizing?
Yeah. At this point, yeah. This is why I don't fucking like taxes.
Because you're really colonizing me right now. Eric.
Yeah. And I'm gonna shit my whole ass.
Welcome to Real, everybody.
Oh no, Shaky Mike is back, and I don't know which one
think it's
who
all
has
of
the
them.
Shaky Mike.
Yeah.
That's so bad. We're really gonna start on boogies? I'm down. I'm down with starting on boogies.
I thought you were gonna object. Like, no, absolutely not.
Nah. I'll let you start. It's your birthday month.
All right, yeah. So March is the month where my birthday happens, so I get to pick all of the movies. And so the first one is gonna be Equilibrium, starring Christian Bale. I don't remember what year it came out.
2001.
2001. Okay, that sounds right. And it's a gun fu movie about a dystopian future. After World War III, humanity decided that emotions were the root cause of all the world's problems, so they developed a drug that suppresses your emotions. And so Christian Bale is a cleric, which is like a gunman who works for
Super
the state. Yeah, I mean, kind of. He works for the state, and he kills people who are off their meds because it makes them enjoy music and art, and that will eventually lead to war somehow.
Okay, so before we actually get into our deep intellectual discussion of a gun fu movie, I'm just going to do the thing because there's no other point in this movie where I'm going to be able to find a window, and I hope you don't mind. Victoria Justice, how are you doing?
There's like a romance subplot.
The romance subplot was that a woman was lit on fire, Nikhil.
That's how it ended.
Well, okay, there were
Also,
two women.
Yeah, two women were
There
lit
were
on
two
fire.
women. Were
One
just,
we saw.
the
other was
one,
a flashback of her getting taken away, and the rest was implied.
Like the other one, we saw her walking towards the. We did see her walking towards the fire pit, like his first wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, okay, I'm glad you brought up the romantic subplot. That shit was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It made me feel some type of way. I'm like, okay, you blasted a fucker through a goddamn poetry book, and then now you're like, your wife kinda got it though.
Well, it's not his wife.
Like, hey, you. How about you tell me about your dude that I killed?
It was his friend too.
Yeah, but like, what's a friend if you don't have emotions? You know, like he didn't have emotions when they knew each other.
But then he did.
Yeah, but that doesn't count
He
because
quit.
at that point he was trying to get it in. You know, that
Is how it worked.
That was the truly like most Sigma mindseted moment that Christian Bale had in this movie. That was like real Patrick Bateman hours.
That?
Yeah, that single moment where like he held her hand and then like whipped her onto the fucking
dude,
table.
that was amazing because it wasn't even holding hands. It was the lightest, like fingertips, just sort of touching.
Dude, like
just
how
the tiniest
fucking
bit.
detached from reality are you as a person where you're like, man, her like cells touched mine and I need her in my loins.
In my loins?
That yeah.
I don't think he knew what those were yet.
I don't
What do you think a loin is?
Well, he
I
has
don't
two
think
kids,
he
so
knows
maybe.
either. Yeah,
Maybe.
that's true. No, he's just a panty sniffer. Like that's like just think about what he did, right? Like
With
he
the
kept,
ribbon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he kept this little piece of fucking fabric in his pocket, and every single
Dude.
time he pulls it out and just goes,
I
and
thought
just deeply inhaled.
I thought at first, I was hoping like when I saw it, I was like, no, that's got to be like his wife's. Like I know he went in there to look at like his partner's stuff because he realized they were partners, and then he said her name when he like got all of like the box of
Yeah,
forbidden goods, but like that's your wife's, right? No,
No.
hers,
No.
really?
It was hers.
Yeah, no, I was very
the one thing that did bother me about the wife though is that we never found out why like she was arrested.
She was a sex offender. She stopped
Yeah.
taking her.
Yeah, because
Oh, thank you
I
for
thought it
saying
was-
the actual term, because I was gonna say she was a feeler, and
dude, honestly, that would have made the episode.
Yeah.
Like that would have been the climb. We would have wrapped this shit up in 20 minutes. No, it because like, you know, with the woman who's like theoretical panties that Christian Bale was sniffing throughout like the first half of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saw how you saw why she was like arrested and then like thrown into the fire pit, right? And it was, she had all the art. She had that like whole back room, right?
his wife kissed him.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, so like you got arrested because you want to be with your husband. That's fucking crazy.
She was getting arrested before.
Yeah.
Like they showed up and then
Yeah.
he fucked up a bunch of dudes
See-
because they thought they were just fucking with him.
Yeah, so I guess my problem is like, how, man, God, living in that universe has to be so fucking transactional because it's just like, yeah, like you can put 2 babies in me, but like I don't feel anything for you. You know what I mean?
God!
Like
I did
none of
not
that. Like
think of
how
that
does
far.
procreation work? Like how do you it because it's a fucking job. Like you have to go buy a spouse.
Buy a spouse?
Yeah, because it's
They were
completely
probably
transactional. Yeah, it's a sign, or like you went out.
I don't think you're supposed to think about it that much.
No, like you go out and you're like, yeah, I want that one, and she's gonna cost me like 700 shillings or some shit.
Shillings?
Yeah, I don't know the currency in there. They use pods or some-
doses?
Ooh.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about this too hard. It's literally a fucking gun
You're
fu
talking
movie
about
where like
a movie where the society is the point. Eric's
Yeah.
going to have a lot to say
like
about the
okay, this is
society.
my other problem. Like you go to the training regiment of like these religious men, right? Like the religious cleric men.
Why did you say religious men like it was one word?
I
Can we talk about
yeah,
that for a second?
no, hold on. Okay, the first thing that bothered me,
Okay.
they took the cross and they turned the lowercase t into a capital T. That shit, that tilted the fuck out of me the entire movie.
With a
then,
capital
like-
T?
Yeah. Like, it just, oh my God, why? Don't change the symbology.
They didn't entirely, because like in the notebooks and like I don't know, there were a couple of other
but
things.
you know
where
what
it
the
was still
problem
just
was?
a-
That shit straight up just looked like SS paraphernalia.
yeah,
That was the point.
when it was
Yeah,
on
that's
the
fair.
floor and
That's
everything
fair.
at
Yeah.
the very end too. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's fair. Okay, so we're going back to
So
where they-
how you said how religious men
Yeah.
was one word.
religious
We're
men.
going back to that.
Yeah, religious men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? Why you chose to say it that way?
Well, it's because they're a monolith in this universe, right?
Yeah.
Like they all think and feel the same thing.
Nothing.
So
yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
they're one.
Mhm.
Religious men, one word.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, so like when they're doing the training, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like they're not even holding guns with blanks in them. They're just literally going pew pew finger blast bang. Like that shit was crazy.
Well, they're doing the stances.
But just give them fake guns.
Well, I mean,
Because okay, if we're being like if we're actually going to think a little bit deeper about this training regimen, right?
Why? Why are we
okay,
thinking
well we
deeper
should.
about
We
it?
should. Okay. So you can go ahead and like have them do the stances with fake finger bang guns,
Okay.
but okay. You need to simulate, you know, the movements with the actual weight of the gun, or else you're going to be extremely ineffective in the field.
This is why you can't enjoy the movies I enjoy.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. It is exactly this.
You can't
There are
turn. You can't turn this
No,
off.
I can't. Okay, it's just too unrealistic. I get it. Sometimes I want the world
You
to fucking end
you're
too.
the guy
Okay.
who sees Godzilla come out of the water and take a step like in him. According to the square cube law,
No,
all
no,
of his
no.
bones should have shattered.
Okay, hold on. Okay, if we're gonna bring Godzilla into this, Godzilla is an anti-war movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
Godzilla is actually just like the end result of the atomic bombs that were dropped on Japan, and it's representative of like the Japanese population that had to suffer. We're getting way too serious with this right now. We're going back. We're going back.
That
They
one-
literally fucking made hand signs that you use to finger bang a high schooler. What? Fuck!
So that is the
That's-
actual point of Godzilla. That's really transparent.
Yeah.
Good on you for recognizing
Yeah.
it. A lot of people miss that.
Yes.
I thought you meant good. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip over or mean yes. It's about finger blasting teenagers because he said that and you didn't acknowledge it at all.
I didn't want to.
No, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to this, right? Like all of those dudes are stuck in high school. Like all of those dudes that are just dancing around with their two fingers out. It like they're all stuck in high school, and they just really wanted to get to third base and they couldn't.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's like a Mary Sue Edgelord. That was the.
Yeah,
That's the concept of the movie. It's
Yeah.
that alpha dudes,
Okay, no.
take over society,
So
and emotions are weak.
Sigma.
Is it Sigma?
No, he's at the end. He's not a Sigma anymore.
No. Christian Bale was never supposed to be the Sigma.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Bale is his own individual. The
Okay.
the entire society as a whole is the Sigma in this, right?
Okay.
Okay, also, can we all just agree that like the actual bad guy in this movie just kind of looks like the Incredibles bad guy?
You know, yeah, a little bit.
Like when his face popped up, I'm like, oh no, Mr. Fantastic or Mr. Incredible just did not do his
Did you
job.
say Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah. I
This
was
dude-
editing 50-50 before
This dude's fucking face just like morphs from Alfred
Mhm.
from Gotham the series,
Mhm.
looking at Batman from the Dark Knight trilogy, and then he's just like, after all, I am your number one fan.
That was insane. It was a very fun movie though.
Mhm.
I just hated how he never got hurt.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
He had a cut on his lip.
That's true. Yeah, that was the one time where he did get hurt.
He
Man-
got punched.
Yeah, Mans really was just super priest.
All right.
I thought his
Uh,
kid was 100%
Gonna
going
snitch.
to snitch. Yeah.
That was an interesting twist, right? Like a good way.
Yeah.
to-
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, did anyone else just want to like just punt the kid?
Yeah.
A little. He was like creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
really
like
wanted
the
to punt
first
the kid.
interaction you have with him as like an audience is just like, "Hey, Dad, you're like a professional snitch. I saw someone crying. Should I snitch?" "Oh yeah, son, absolutely." "Okay, Dad. I'm gonna get this kid murked for crying."
Yeah. Dude, the craziest shit.
I'm gonna give him something to cry about. The classic.
So like you would think because like I think he states it where like he's the top dog, right? Of all the clerics.
Right.
You would think that, he would have it in him to kind of rein in his emotions a little bit and not just fucking cry in the middle of the street.
He's never had them before.
You could see, like, I was going to make a point about that too, because, like, I don't know if it was like a makeup thing, but there and like another instance where like he was kind of about to cry, you could just see all these like fucking muscles in the face look like they're super tense, like trying to not cry, or maybe because they're never used because he doesn't cry, and it's all these muscles contracting that aren't used to being used because there's no reason for expression or anything like that. So I thought that was a cool little way to like sort of give that away of like it's happening, but he's trying to suppress it to not give himself
Because
away.
he's like he hasn't experienced any of that stuff.
It's like doing squats again after like not doing squats for like 2 years.
Except he's never done squats.
Yeah. So it's like when one of our homies shit himself in the restaurant lobby, where like they've never used those muscles before, and so like
And then
when
he
it's
just
finally
fell
there,
in the middle of the street.
yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he
After
had no
going
control.
down the stairs.
I'm sorry for being so judgmental. He had no control over the fact that like his face shit itself.
He cannot watch this, can he? He's
What?
not
He
going to have
will.
a good time watching these episodes.
He will.
Oh, he will. He has to.
He has to.
If he doesn't, he's gonna shit his whole ass.
If he doesn't have a good time, we'll uncensor his name.
Yeah, we'll uncensor his name for sure. He doesn't know that I have a recording of that moment. I don't. But he doesn't know that I don't.
Until now.
Unless he watches this episode.
No, I'm definitely cutting this part out. I'm not. I never cut anything out. If this does get big enough where like we do have a following, yeah, I probably should cut out a lot of the shit that we say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, a lot of the shit that I say.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be fine.
It's definitely an us thing, but like as it stands now, I think you're the most like guarded with what you say because you're scared of everything possibly being out there.
No, it's that like if if we're all problematic, that's not interesting. There's no conflict.
Oh, smart.
And Eric
Smart.
basically called dibs.
Yeah.
Like, he was just out the gate, just red
Right.
hot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this movie, I had a good time. That's why I'm very like, I'm really like razzed about it.
And you're dissecting every little thing.
Yeah, this is what I do with movies that I enjoy.
Yeah. Like, or are you gonna mention like, oh, where are they getting these books and stuff?
No, I mean, like, you would imagine that in the ruins of these cities, like, there are definitely going to be books left over.
Oh, so you thought about that too?
Yeah,
What'd they call them?
the Nether.
The Nether.
Nether. That was it. That was
Yeah.
weird.
Okay. Well, we've heard a lot from Eric. What did you think?
Overall, yeah, I dug it. The whole opening sequence of like, hey, I'm gonna do this move. It's gonna be super rad, but I need you guys to like shoot the hinges on the door the second I go to
Yeah.
do like the flying jump kick, because then it'll be sick. And then like once I'm in there, you guys turn off the lights, and it's gonna be the greatest fucking
Yeah.
fight sequence that no one's ever seen has seen.
Yeah. No, I
Dude.
love that opening. It was the greatest thing.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, when it just went completely dark, I'm like, ah, shit. I like pressed spacebar or something, and like it definitely paused.
Yeah.
And then like the shit started popping off, and I had headphones on. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
There's some whispers before that should
I-
have given it away.
Yeah,
And
but it was.
You know what else? They speed up his arm motions for that
Yeah.
entire scene.
Yeah,
but
to
they
make
do,
it look like he's just like
that he's going
immediately-
so fast. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I love
fucking
I love
wild.
that.
I was going to bring that up. That was
And they add a swishy sound effect. Whenever he moves
like,
his arm.
the entire fucking like it. You don't really see that happen, obviously, because it was too dark in that sequence. But like for the rest of the movie, like when he kills the guards over the dog, when he has his like John Wick moment, his
Mhm.
first John Wick moment. There's other shit, but like, and then again at the end when he's like, "No, not without incident." He just like, oh, Assassin's Creed came out, but instead of blades, it's just guns.
Yeah.
And they just fucking. It's literally like the whole like
it's
force
straight up just
activated.
the assassin blades.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like the butts of the gun have like the fucking
spurs.
little
Yo,
like nails or
I
whatever that
was
pop
so
out of
hyped.
it. That was
I
fucking
was
We talked
so
about that
hyped.
earlier when we were setting
It
up.
literally right when I got in, he's like, you know what part I was really hyped about? And I immediately went, the gun butts.
The gun butts.
And then he goes, yeah, the gun butts. I'm like, yeah, of course. That's the hypest fucking part of the movie. The dude literally used them like drumsticks. It
Yeah.
was the perfect like, yeah, this is exactly what Miles Teller would be like
Yeah.
if like all of them were just J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. Or the part where he walks over a rifle to swing it back over himself and pick it up.
That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Dude,
He like kickflipped it from behind him or what? Insane.
He netted like 150,000 points at Tony Hawk.
dude, okay, the leader of the resistance just looks like a cracked out fucking Tony Hawk.
Like the way he addressed him though in that like reveal where the resistance was behind the bookshelf, how ironic.
Yeah.
He talked at him like he was familiar with him, or like that. It was almost like in Wreck-It Ralph with the whole Turbo thing. Like when it's revealed that it's Turbo, it's like, oh, you're Turbo. Like they talked, oh, you're the guy. It's like, wait, hold on, I don't remember any like one specific guy being mentioned. Do you know each other? Like, were you a bishop? Like, what is, or not a bishop, a cleric or whatever? Like, I don't get what that like little reveal was.
Yeah.
There was like something about that just didn't feel right.
Yeah, there wasn't much buildup. They didn't
Yeah.
really talk about that guy.
And there's like too much like off the bat familiarity. Obviously, going from him to what's his face's character, Christian Bale's character. Yeah, he's like the number one guy, so he's gonna have a reputation.
I
But-
think in my headcanon of this is like that guy's just like a janitor at one of the factories. And like is like
Oh, like doing the hide in plain sight?
yeah, like that dude's just a janitor, and he's just like, yeah, of course I know who you are. You're like the top guy. Of course, I have to know who you
Oh.
are. You're like the guy from America's Got Talent, not Huey. Pierce not
Yeah.
Brosnan.
No?
No, Pierce Brosnan was
James Bond. Yeah.
The dick from the UK. I don't know. Go on, Jesse.
Simon
Cowell, not
Yeah.
Pierce.
yeah
The one that I'm thinking is the political commentator, Pierce whatever,
Morgan
Pierce Morgan.
yeah
So
so
weird tangent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Going all the way to
little bit.
Piers Morgan from this.
yeah. I was thinking of Simon Cowell. They're both dicks.
And what a price that we've paid.
Yeah,
that
they're
you,
both
that you
dicks.
couldn't remember Simon
Yeah.
Cowell.
yeah no that
It's your
so, like,
birthday month, but this is my episode.
that like one moment was one that stuck out to me. Then there was the thing about the wife, but all in all, like it was a monkey brain action movie. Like
Yeah.
looking at the poster, you think that like him and his partner are both going to like do the thing, but then it was like a whole rivalry, and that was like I was like, oh okay. Usually I like the misdirect, but I feel like they're just enemies. Like they're
Yeah, it's
Eh.
like a purely antagonistic relationship.
yeah,
between
almost the
two
whole
of them.
time. Like there's like 30 seconds in the beginning of oh yes, we're partners and you will further my
Yeah.
career. And I don't know, like props to Christian Bale the whole time, like trying to act by not emoting, but restraining, like all at the same time. It's like that's just got to be a weird fucking situation to like try and act in general.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think his partner definitely just emoted more, like was just angrier as a person. And if anger is like the thing that they're most scared of, and war and all that, I was like, this dude would be more sus.
Well, the
When he
twist
pulled
of the
him
end
over
is
and
that like
everything.
the guy who's pretending to be father and like
Mhm.
his private like section of that.
Syndrome.
Yeah, they
We established this already.
Yeah.
yeah. But when it's
Or
funny
Incrediboy.
when he says the villain from Incredibles, right? That's like hot. When you actually say syndrome,
It's
It's-
it-
No,
it-
don't
it-
pretend like you don't know. Eric
you
doesn't
know
watch
what I'm
animated
talking about,
movies.
right?
What's up?
You know like what
why
you
it's funnier when
Yeah.
when like I act like a boomer and I didn't know the name of
Yeah, there's like
Yeah, I
layers.
know.
to
yeah
it.
there's a certain
I know
amount of
you
like,
don't know. I know,
Yeah.
and I know he knows, but he pretends.
No, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I
That's
hate this. You guys got me lost in this conversation.
we haven't Costello'd him.
I don't want either of you guys cooking anymore.
He won't let us cook.
Yeah, I think like whatever was on the stove has boiled over, and we need to continue on with the fucking.
He's turning
point.
off the gas.
Actually, we're not allowed to have gas stoves anymore. I'm pretty up in arms about it.
Really?
Yeah,
Is this real?
Tucker Carlson told me I needed to be up in arms about it. So like, when I left the
I think
house,
Tucker Carlson wants you to continue using gas
yeah.
stoves.
So when I left the house,
Yeah.
just like in solidarity with him, I left all of the burners on, and I told my family to light matches all over the house at random intervals, and we hope.
No. Then what you're going for? You don't want to leave the burners on. You just want to leave the gas running on.
Yeah.
the burners.
Like, I mean, they're not actually on, but the gas is running.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. That's what you're
I
supposed to
just
do.
wanted everybody to know that I'm a really big fan of like the execution methods of equilibrium. No, this movie was absolutely incredible. Like the actual fight, like I loved how campy the fight scenes were, especially the ending katana one, where he
The
just fucking
katana one was wild.
he just fucking slices a dude's face off, and I'm like, "There's no blade that sharp. You're not
and then
Rurouni
there's no
Kenshin."
blood on any of it.
Yeah.
and then somehow like,
There's a little drop.
but it's like from the other
Yeah.
side of the
Yeah.
sword or some shit.
No, like I thought that they were gonna do this whole play, right? Like, it's kind of like The Giver, where it's
Yeah, 100%.
before you understand emotions and you feel them, like you're not gonna see blood because like you don't understand what murder is, right? Like you don't feel any guilt, you don't feel any human connection, so you don't see blood.
Mhm.
And then he gets into the scene where he's breaking, or like it was the raid.
Mhm.
Which raid?
It's the first raid that he does with the new partner, where
Yeah.
like the guy dies in his arms basically.
Oh yeah.
And then so he sees the blood on his glove, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting because you have not seen any blood anywhere else in this movie.
Yeah.
And then you continue to not see any blood anywhere for the rest of the fucking movie.
until after he kills father and the other guy without getting any blood on him. And then when he shows up to like kill the computer, like the fucking propaganda room,
Yeah.
someone got him on the way from the toughest people to the nerds.
I think it's supposed to be like he had to continue fighting his way there.
Yeah, but like who got him?
Yeah,
If he already
because
took
it's
out
like
like
he literally
like
took
the
out
top
the
of the
main
line.
platoon that
Yeah.
had to protect like Pops, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people doing the finger guns.
Yeah. But okay, but like they didn't have real guns. That's the problem.
No, they touched them with their fingers. That's what really got him.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's because he couldn't see them coming.
Yeah, see, they're like running with their fingers. Like, see, he's gonna be looking for guns.
Yeah. Dude's got really sharp fingernails.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
they really messed him up.
Yeah. That fucking that opening scene with the like shoot the hinges off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
And
hilarious.
then once I'm in there, they're gonna be too like, whoa, that was kind of sick. We can't shoot him yet. Then you guys shoot out the
Dude.
light bulb, so it's just dark.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was oh my god. And then like I keep on going back to the interaction that he has with his wife, right? Like it's just so strange and it didn't need to be there in the movie.
No,
Like you could have expanded on the plot of him and like the girl that ended up getting executed.
Mhm.
Like that's fine. She's there, she's present, right? Like he didn't need to have kids.
Mhm.
And if he has kids, just be like, yeah, fucking adopted or some shit, you know?
I even thought that like the son was going to like turn over the sister.
Yeah.
When she was like fucking around with like the bowl of
Yeah.
cereal that looked more like chips.
Mm-hmm.
Or like
It was
looked
just like really big.
it looked like
Cocoa Flakes.
rye chips from fucking Gardetto's. It looks like she had a
Yeah, it
bowl
did,
of
yeah.
that.
Maybe like that's why they needed to kill emotions because they ran out of like good cereal, and like Kellogg's was just like fuck it, we're just making rye chips and we're making them eat it
We're
with
gonna
milk.
separate everything out of Chex Mix and that cereal now.
Like that's just it. Like you either get normal whole wheat Chex or fucking rye chips.
Yeah, or the sticks.
Oh god.
God help you if you get the sticks.
Yeah, if you get the sticks, you know that you're living in the nether.
But like going back to your parallel with The Giver, I did think it was kind of neat how you could almost tell it was sort of like purposeful because anytime like something significant happens with
Like emotions.
fucking I'm forgetting the name again, so I'm just gonna say the feelers.
The feelers.
The people who feel. I'm sorry, I forgot the term they used in the
No,
movie
no, please,
that you
please,
said earlier.
please keep saying feelers.
Yeah, feelers is yeah. No, this makes it so much
They
better.
all had like the blue eyes, which is like the same tell in The
Ah,
Giver
yeah,
of like
yeah.
the receivers of memory and all that jazz. I thought that was a cool little parallel.
Oh,
I was like,
that's
gotta
true.
be that's gotta be
true.
kinda,
That's true.
like,
Yeah,
kind of
that had to have been like a.
because his wife, the girl, not
Him.
him, obviously.
I mean, like he had light colored eyes too. They weren't blue, but
right, but they were like
lighter.
lighter brown
Yeah.
or whatever. But you know, everyone
Tony
else who
Hawk
had
also had like
Yep.
piercingly blue eyes.
Yep.
Who the fuck was his partner? I feel like his partner, like the first partner.
Sean Bean.
Okay, I think he also had blue eyes.
I think so.
maybe.
The one thing that bothered me about his execution scene, I'm like, the amount of force that's coming out of that handgun, you're telling me there's no blood at all?
What do you mean?
So when
There
when
was
he-
no like splatters.
yeah, there was
when-
no splatter. Like, do you see the amount of force that gun was like outputting? It fucking pushed him back. You're telling me that like a point blank shot to the
Right.
chest is not gonna like have any blood splatter?
The book covered it.
This isn't Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, asshole. And
No,
even
it
in
went
that-
through the book. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying the blood didn't go through the book because that's not how it works.
I mean, I'm yeah, maybe, but I just see that I just assume that it would blast a hole out the back, like out his back too, with the amount of force that like was shown that gun could exert. You know,
It might have. We only see him afterwards, like lying down on the table.
I know, but like so the way that the scene was shot, right? It
Yeah.
was basically a silhouette. You're still gonna, because you see the shit out back, like you see it poof.
What I thought it was like a pretty like far off bird's eye view, and like it was Like behind him was like sort of like the pew or whatever that was in the
No,
way,
no,
so
no.
you couldn't really see behind him too much.
Are we? No.
When he killed his partner,
Yeah,
right?
because
Yeah.
he's still laying down, like at the end of it, like his partner after death is like laying flat down on the pews.
Mm-hmm.
So the first shot that you see is like a really far away shot, not exactly like silhouetted, but you're mainly just seeing the outline. You see the blast force of something like exiting his partner's back.
Mm.
So you go back and I'm like, there's still no blood. What the fuck, man?
Mm.
None of this makes sense. What was his name in the movie? It started with an A, right?
Yeah. It was like a really British name, I think.
Yeah. I want to say it was like
If
Aaron.
If I have trouble remembering sense offenders, I'm not going to remember that guy's name.
You just said it.
I
by
know,
yourself.
I know.
Way to
Because
go.
I just remembered.
I'll check.
Not if I check first.
Kids these days.
Errol.
Fuck.
Errol Partridge.
Okay. I want you to put yourself into the shoes of literally everybody in this movie that's not Christian Bale, all right?
Okay.
You have like a very angry man that is highly trained that can easily kill you within like 2 seconds.
Well, he's not angry.
Okay. Sure.
A very Sigma man.
Yeah, he is very unfeeling, very much so like Grindset is only about productivity, right?
Mm-hmm.
He grabs you by your collar and says, "Tell me about Errol." Like, what the fuck do you do in that situation?
I think I'd tell him about Errol.
But like, what if you don't,
And I think that as someone who doesn't know Errol personally, I would start making stuff up.
dude? No, and then like, okay, so
It's like, oh, Errol, he was the best man at my wedding. I love that guy.
okay, so I'm glad that you recognize this, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to also give props to how badass Mary was when he goes, "Yeah, I killed Errol," and she just grabs the pen and tries to stab a fucker. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when he fell in love with her.
Because didn't she try like doing something when her place was getting raided too?
No, she just tried to run.
No, I thought she tried doing something to like nothing serious. Like she didn't.
Oh yeah,
she tried like taking
she
someone's
like
gun or
tried
something.
to
right?
grab a gun and then
Yeah.
And then Christian Bale stopped the guy from shooting her.
Mm-hmm.
Which like,
Oh yeah.
which I'm
That's
kind
what
of
it
just
was.
like, this is kind of a shame that you ended up dying anyways.
Yeah.
Like this could have been a really cool
I thought he was going to open the thing and like have the city blow up or whatever.
Me too.
Yeah.
That would have been dope. Didn't happen.
Well, so that's like a series of jet turbines. I think the movie would be over if he opened it. I think it would end right there.
Yeah. That probably would have caused like World War IV.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it too? That line about that his partner said to him before he got executed
I pay it gladly, like the one he repeats at
about the
end.
dreams. Yeah, being repeated by father or whatever at the end.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, that's a cool little. And then he's like, oh, I feel. I was like, oh, okay, that cheapens it. If he just like sort of happened to say the same thing, I was like, oh yeah, you
Mhm.
know, that's kind of neat. But I don't know. I feel like him saying I feel and whatever kind of just muddies it, made
Mhm.
it not as good.
You didn't like that he was a feeler?
No. Because you also can't tell if he's just like fucking around trying to get out of being assassinated.
Well, I mean, he was clearly scared.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Definitely a feeler.
What have I done?
I knew I picked this for
Is it
for a reason.
is it too early to like go back to using Xenon slang? Like how far
No,
removed?
of course
God.
not.
Okay.
For us, it's only been a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's only a week apart. You know, I think we might have to let it. We might have to settle down with that for a
This
little
month,
bit.
Nikhil makes the rules. If he says it's okay, it's okay.
It's true.
That's that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to use it yet, but thank you.
Yeah.
God, this month is going to be
You
absolutely
think-
horrendous for Jesse.
Yeah.
He's going to absolutely hate every moment.
I
of
mean,
this.
it's off to a good start.
Oh, dude,
No, he's
you're gonna
gonna-
get. Oh my God,
He's
you're
gonna feel inky to the 10th power squared.
Yeah, you're gonna shit your ass, bro. This is crazy. You know how you have a lot of bowel movement issues?
He's gonna shit his ass, major. Oh no.
Oh man. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that over. We definitely needed that.
It's just for
This is just
I
for
gotta
him.
shit my ass major.
That's incredible.
Anyone else?
No, I'm good.
No,
I still have this.
just leave it on the ground for now.
He's gonna fully shit his ass.
Major. Fully shit his
How many
ass,
times can we
major.
say the same joke in different ways and still laugh at it?
Dude, like I think
Humor is subjective.
I know. No, this is a genuine question.
okay, listen, we're gonna I don't know, man. Every episode there's one joke that we use to death.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like every single episode there's one that just gets done.
I was thinking so far that it was feelers.
No.
No, feelers is still hot and fresh.
No, feelers is like a permanent, like that's a mainstay in our vocabulary at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're all a bunch of feelers, you know. God,
Yeah. Your grind set went back to a mindset.
my grind set went back to a mindset because now I'm a feeler.
Oh damn, you're a Ligma male now.
You're not
Is
gonna
he gonna
get me.
take the bait?
You're not gonna get me, bro.
No.
We don't have enough followers where like a D's nuts punchline is funny. All right.
Oh no, I don't want you like I'm not setting up for like what's Ligma. No, I just wanted to say it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. If
Props.
if any of the viewers want to let us know what ligma means,
We could finally get comments, I think, if we do that.
yeah.
I don't watch any of the episodes, but I noticed there's no comments.
We get pretty solid numbers, like just as like a non-promoted
Compared
thing.
to the last one, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Yep.
And I'm having a lot more fun doing this one.
Oh,
where
yeah.
I'm getting a lot more reckless than the previous one. Because the
You
previous
really are.
like the previous one, a lot of it was like, man, we're talking a lot about like current events and other things where I'm
And-
talking a lot about like my own political beliefs.
Yeah.
This
And,
one, I'm
one,
fully a character.
you talk about kidnapping a celebrity.
Yeah, that's
well,
fine.
that was there in the last one too.
Was it?
No.
Yeah.
We never
Yes,
talked
it
about
was.
kidnapping Victoria Justice. Okay. We talked about how like, I wanted to marry Victoria Justice and how like Tommy Lahren was going to be my wife. Yeah. These are
Oh,
all
so
things-
someone who follows you all the way through that is going to think, what happened between Golden Hour and Realtor?
yeah.
What was the escalation?
Well, I
I think it started escalating in Golden Hour.
No.
Yeah. We had a fucking podcast idea for something called Get in the Van where the whole
I don't think
concept,
we talked about that.
Yes, we did.
Oh man, then maybe we
Get in the van.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked about this with you.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, well, like the whole thing is like one of our friends, very, very tiny young woman. I was like, yeah, if we ever did get in the van, she can't be a guest.
Okay, so hold on. You can't just jump into it. Get in the Van is a podcast idea where we get a white windowless van.
Okay, so let me give. Okay, this is
Each
a
of you
tangent.
keep trying to
This is a
follow up,
tangent.
defend it,
This is-
and it escalates, and it only makes it sound worse and worse.
This is a tangent. Sorry, viewers at home. We're not cutting this out.
We're not.
Okay, so it was like one day. I want to say in like the middle of fall. I want to say it's like September or something of this past year. No, probably closer to like August.
I was going to
July,
say
August.
September's when we ended
Yeah.
it.
So July, August, right? He calls me and he goes, "My cousin gave me a proposition and I kind of want to take it." And I
I
go,
wasn't. Yeah.
and I'm just like, what do you mean? Because I know his cousin, and most of the propositions that his cousin would give me, I would not take, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Well, my cousin's like, I have this van, okay, it's got like 175,000 miles on it. It's probably not going to last that much longer, but I'll give it to you for what was it, like $2,000,
1,000.
like $1,000 bucks."
Mhm.
And then he goes, It's a white van. No windows. Eric, how do you feel about starting a podcast called Get in the Van, where we get guests to get in the van?
So it's a set piece, right? But so like you cut it open, so it's almost like a cutaway thing,
Okay.
and it's like the centerpiece of the set, but the set is inside of an emptied out warehouse. So it's just half of a white van in an empty warehouse.
Which half?
Doesn't
You
matter.
choose.
Yeah, I choose.
Either it's either like totally cut in half, or like it's like a roll down fucking like a almost like a storage unit, because you open it up and then
This
you're
is
just
a really
on set.
expensive concept.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you get the van for $1,000, you know,
yeah,
that's-
you have
the
a
warehouse,
lot. You have a
though.
lot more.
the
money.
warehouse is the warehouse is like once you actually
You
have
just
money.
go to Gary.
To get Gary?
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you mean a person named Gary?
No,
or
no. The
Ga-
place.
Gary, Indiana?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just got to get in Gary. You know.
How will you deal with the joy and color draining effect?
Well, the same way that equilibrium does. See, I brought it back. You feel, and then you tear away the diffuser that's taped over your fucking windows. And then you see the sunrise and you start crying.
And
How do
even-
you take away the diffuser that's over an entire city in
You
Indiana?
teach them how to become feelers. You
Eric-
walked right into that.
Eric,
one,
I don't
bro.
think it's a diffuser. I think that place is just like that.
Nope. You can't convince me that place is like that, because then
The
London
hole
would
in
be the same
ozone
way.
layer. It's
It
right
is the
there.
same way, Eric. It absolutely is.
Nope. Because I refuse to believe that a place that looks like that was able to take over 65% of the Earth.
Well, they didn't want to stay there.
Fuck.
Oh, right. So the rest of Get in the Van was like whenever we would always have like a guest that comes on. Like we do the interview wearing like ski masks or something.
Okay, the ski mask thing is you're adding
Yes,
that now.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it would be better. But the original idea.
I didn't agree to this. Okay, this is not my problematic idea.
It's one of the.
It is.
It's so every episode has a guest, but like every episode has like an intro sequence where almost everything is the same, except the guest is always different, but the guest is always in the intro sequence. But the way the guest is revealed in the intro sequence is
Like
know,
a
there's just
burlap
body with a burlap sack over it, because we're in a white van in a warehouse and we take off the burlap sack featuring whoever the fuck. And we
Okay,
just
and
talk.
to
The
be
set piece
completely
is just
fair-
like
to be completely fair, the first guest was going to be Tommy Lahren.
One of the women you said you're in love with?
Yeah, because like no one's going to miss her.
What are you going to do after you're filming?
Well, I mean, like let her.
Well, you didn't ask about the filming. So it's like two just
Are
like
you filming
seats.
at all?
It's like two seats, and then in the middle there's just a little table with just a bowl of candy.
Yeah, the candy was a
This
nice
is the
touch.
worst birthday month ever, man.
It's the
That's Getting the Van, the podcast,
Well, no,
the
see,
idea,
but this
the
is
concept,
thing. Like,
copyright.
okay, what is Tommy Lahren doing now? Like,
I
do,
don't know.
do you know off the top of your head what she's
No.
doing now?
I didn't know what she was doing before.
Yeah, exactly. So if like we kidnapped her and interviewed her, like, does anyone really care?
I know she's on Cameo.
God, that was the best birthday gift ever.
Um,
The entire crew really they came through. Okay, we can go back to the movie.
yeah, I'd like to go back to the movie.
Took you on 94. The roads were a little bit bumpy.
Yep.
We know where we're going now.
Do we?
Hmm.
Which of you is driving?
I think it's Gary.
'Cause
I
don't
think
thi-
it's Gary.
the place.
No.
No. Dude, man,
God help
we,
people who like tune into this to watch us talk about a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's their fault. That's definitely their
I-
fault. After 5 episodes, if they can't figure this shit out, that's on them.
I don't know, dude.
Okay, but this is the other thing, right? Like, you're the first guest of Get in the Van. This is exactly what the conversation would be like. You're stuck here. You can't get out of this.
I can.
Well, you can't. This is your house.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
can-
say that's why he can't get out.
I can leave.
He can kick us out.
You can, squatters' rights. Bet.
Okay, and what if I take 4 hover pods and attach a hook to you?
The callbacks.
What will you do now, Eric?
Vega Omega? I don't know. Major? Can I use that there?
No, I
Can
don't
put
think
that
that's
there?
no.
Yeah. Okay.
This is what you're old. You can tell you're old.
Yeah, man. I think what happened here is that we all cook too much. Like some.
Oh, it's overcooked.
Yeah, like some universal force let us all cook, and they shouldn't have.
Oh, like so you think when they say let them cook, someone should specify like at 375 degrees for 30
like
to 35
15
minutes.
Yeah. You know, or like broil at X temperature for 10 minutes or something. You would never
we
broil
always
for
go
10
for
minutes.
like 45 just to make sure it's cooked all the way through.
Yeah.
Because like
Everything that we cook as a group is just extra crispy.
You can say burnt.
Nah, I feel like we're usually pretty good.
I mean, if it's being broiled, it's just
Well, I mean, if it's broiled,
Soggy.
yeah. But I mean, like, for the most part, I'd like to think that we've been more entertaining than not. The first couple
Yeah.
of episodes have been kind of rough,
Mm-hmm.
but
so now we're moving it from the movie to the tangent to the side tangent to just the meta,
The meta
off
discussion.
camera
yeah,
podcast talk, on camera podcast talk.
yeah.
After discussing a completely different podcast idea.
We stuck to the movie for a solid half hour. That's better than
Yeah.
we have.
no,
been,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
fair. That's fair.
We can go back to the movie if there are any points that you want to discuss.
I mean, I did want to point out that like in the third act, he was wearing white, and it seemed like it was supposed to be for symbolism, but I just couldn't wrap my head around what was being symbolized.
Yeah, like what?
The symbol was that there's no blood ever.
But then there was,
Yeah. After the fight happened.
I guess, but like,
You know what? Like that could have been so easily explained where you're just like, oh yeah, one of the guys got a cheap shot in and caught him. Like that little cut on his neck at the end of the movie. I'm just like, you could have in the fucking katana scene. Literally the fucking katana scene, right?
Yeah. Except the dude's like, hey man, don't get anything on that suit. I plan on wearing it for a while. Fucking anime slice. His face falls off.
his face stayed on for a really long time.
He turned
Blood
around.
is the best adhesive. I don't know about that as like a factual statement, but
You're saying that after this is like I think the 9th episode where you want to kidnap Victoria Justice.
okay, kidnap
You're
is a very,
saying, you're saying that
kidnap is the wrong verb to use in relation to like what I would like to happen with Victoria Justice. I have said that I would like to kidnap her twice.
and then you just explained Get in the Van, the podcast.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
This is not a good order.
it's fine because one of those things is an entertainment. Like she's gonna have to sign a waiver in order for us to do Get in the Van, you know,
We write the waiver.
and they have to sign it on camera. So it's after we get them in the van.
You know when you said sign the waiver, I was gonna let it go. I was ready to be like, oh, okay, never mind. I take back what I said. That's what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
you were this close. You were this close to getting away.
I can't help myself.
You're such a rascal.
Rascal.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't understand the symbolism of him like
I mean, it looked
wearing white.
Yeah, it looked ceremonial. They gave him a sword and then immediately took the sword away, which was a choice.
You know what else? When they came to arrest his wife in the flashback, why did he fight back if he wasn't feeling anything?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like he straight up broke a guy's arms. Like he broke his wrist to get a gun.
Well, I think that
He could have
that-
just done
that
this.
Could have just
No,
no. He was wearing
a
short
t-shirt.
sleeves.
Yeah, he would
had
He
short
would have had to like
sleeves.
really fucking.
The arm movements would have been a little bit too exaggerated, and they would have read it.
Or he would have had to do it with his
Nah,
legs
dude.
like Bayonetta.
Yeah. Because if he was wearing sleeves, he could have just go, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
Oh, like fucking Shaun of the Dead or whatever.
Dude,
I don't know. I
He-
haven't seen it.
like you're telling me that like his whole like gun fu starter move is basically just a dance move out of fucking Fiddler on the Roof. That's insane. That is insane.
Could you imagine firing to the tune of like If I Were a Rich Man or something?
Dude.
I think that's what the opening sequence was. That's why they went so fast. That was the yada da 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 part.
Man, I know that this movie is like beloved by so many, just like not people that I don't really want to be fans of our podcast. Because it's a fucking Christian Bale movie. I feel like Christian Bale is in every single like Sigma male grind set enjoyer. Like he's their top actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's because he was Patrick Bateman. More
Well, it's Patrick
Yeah.
Bateman, and you just kind of think about all the movie roles that he has done.
Mhm.
It's that he's the fucking Batman,
That's a little different.
and
Yeah.
then he was also in
Like I don't think Batman's a Sigma male because Batman fucks. You know?
oh, true. Wait, okay, no, we can't.
He
No.
goes on a date in one movie.
Not I'm talking about like the character as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the animated series?
Yeah.
Yo, he was literally balls deep in Ra's al Ghul's daughter
Yeah.
I mean, that's because he got raped.
in
He
the
got tricked into that.
animated series.
Oh, that I'm not sure.
in
But
the
like,
animated.
canonically.
Yeah, but
That's how
I'm
they
talking.
did
I'm
it.
just talking about the actual like Dark Knight trilogy. Wasn't he just like like willingly balls deep in
Yeah,
Ra's al
well,
Yeah.
Ghul's?
Yeah.
She lied about who she was though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty worried if like I showed up to pick up my date and it's just fucking Liam Neeson.
Is the dad?
Yeah, I'd just be like, "Yo, I'm sorry. Like this can't happen. Like he's going to think that I took and I didn't took."
What I thought was, I don't know, maybe it's just because he was younger, but him speaking and stuff, like obviously it's also like the trying to speak without emotion.
Mhm.
He sounded like younger, like he sounded different than I think he did in the Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, I realized, I'm like, this dude just kind of sounds like Kung Fury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like, he
100%.
talks just like that. And I was like, wait, is Kung Fury just like supposed to be this movie, but like, haha, funny, punchy Nazis and Street Fighter? And I was like, oh my God, I think I found, fuck.
I
This
mean,
is
it's
a
like
lot
it's
of
like an
things.
architype, right? Because he has like a Rambo headband too. He's like a
Right.
Like a
Yeah, no, because
compounder.
that's what everyone thought it was because he had the Rambo headband.
Yeah, no, it's an archetype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the voice that he was trying to do just sounded way too close to actually Christian Bale in this movie. So I was just like, oh my God, this is what that guy was doing in that no budget. Oh, that's kind of hilarious. I enjoy this. This makes me like Kung Fury more.
You know what was like one of the most unnerving parts of the movie?
What's
Like
that?
the like serious, like non asshole-ish take.
Hmm.
When he was just like giving that weird smirk to the camera before he knew that he was about to bust into a room and execute like 36 people.
Mm. That was a little Patrick Bateman. Of
yeah.
him.
Like when I saw that face, I'm like, oh no.
Which one?
The opening, like the first
Oh, the
scene,
opening.
Yeah, the
Oh,
first
okay.
scene that you see him like
Do
you know,
his thing.
do his thing.
Yeah.
It's like that slow pan up, right? And
Mm.
then it just reveals his face and he has that like weird little smirk. And I'm like,
Mm.
I hate this. Like it was that moment where I'm like, Hip to Be Square is about to start playing and I'm not going to like this.
Yeah. He's gonna start telling them about the song
Yeah.
and put on a fucking poncho.
Yeah. Put on like a clear poncho, start showing off his fucking
Nah,
business
man,
cards.
you got to get your mind off of.
You notice that there's tarps all over the furniture.
I just also want to. Okay, now we're gonna go back to me being a little bit of an asshole. I just want you to just think about how ridiculous this is, right? It's like, man, if I look at the Mona Lisa too long, I'm gonna start a war. That's the premise of this movie, where
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, if I look at the Scream painting where the clocks are melting, I'd be like, damn, the world's really fucked up. Let me fight.
Well, have you seen JoJo Part 4?
No, I've
The
never
bad
seen
guy-
any of the JoJo.
The bad
stuff.
guy is a guy who looked at the Mona Lisa when he was a kid and developed an obsession with women's hands and became a serial killer that cuts off women's hands. So, you know, there might be something there.
Okay, that's fair. Anyways, this movie
Because
is just about-
JoJo is just a reflection of real life.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, this movie is just like John Wick with more steps. There had to be an entire world war fought, right? Like
Mhm.
this dude's wife had to be killed.
Mm-hmm. There
And
was a
then-
dog.
No,
It didn't
and,
die.
and then he found the puppy, and then
Right.
that's when like a lot of the killing started.
Yeah.
When
You
he
know
pulled
what,
out
with
the
that's
gun-
when
with that
the
fight
guns
scene-
were hammers.
With that fight scene,
gun butt.
like they those guys don't get a single hit in. I think he's like the act of wailing on them at the end is actually keeping their bodies upright. I think they died a while ago. Because like he fucking cracks what is probably like ballistic glass, right? That they're wearing because
Mhm.
it's riot gear. It's like
Yeah,
military. He breaks that and he just keeps on hitting them,
Yeah,
right?
Oh, not in that scene, but like the one.
Yeah,
like,
when he's
in the meth
protecting the
lab or
dog.
whatever.
no, when he's protecting
Oh,
the
no.
dog.
Because I thought he wailed on the guys in the meth lab even like harder.
Well, yeah,
I think
Okay.
that was something where it's
Yeah.
like, no, they died a minute ago.
Okay, another thing is like how fucking
was a full
organized were
combo.
the rebels? Like it's because it's like, man, the moment that the propaganda machine like stopped, everywhere just started blowing up. I'm like,
Well, I mean, they
that
did
was
say that.
premeditated. They talked
yeah,
about doing
but
that
I'm just like, okay, but if that's the case, then why didn't you guys just do that earlier?
because then the movie would be over.
As Nikhil likes to say, someone else likes to say, so the movie could happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Are we just gonna quote screenwriters? I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about this, Eric.
Like the entire time, I'm just like, no, this is literally just like fucking Toby Rama in Naruto. I'm just like, you just kill the guy, and then the show doesn't need to happen.
Well, but it did.
Yeah,
There was like a budget. People were cast.
Oh man. Because like the entire time, because like, you know, every other time that you see the military go in and kind of raid the rebels, it's just super disorganized, and like a bunch of people are just like running single file at like these dudes with fucking machine guns. You're like, yeah, it's probably not the best idea to do that. You're becoming fodder, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end, it's just like, oh, there's actually like millions upon millions of you that are armed and ready for this revolution
Literally living
underneath
under
the fucking city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Where
what-
they do the executions.
But that's what I mean. I'm like, if I was Christian Bale, right, in this movie, because at the end I'm like a normal person that has feelings, right? I'd be a little bit miffed. Because if they had just
I think
decided,
he had so many feelings that he didn't have feelings because it flatlined.
no, if they had just like decided to start this whole like, let's blow up all the factories where we're literally just creating opioids for children, right? If we just set this plan off, I don't know, 2 days fucking earlier, this woman that I've been sniffing her panties for like 4 days didn't need to die. The relationship could have had a chance.
Well, I don't know, dude. Like you did shoot her boyfriend in the head.
Yeah, but yeah, that's fair.
I don't think a relationship.
A Sigma male has to do what a Sigma male has to do, right?
They did the two-person Hinata finger touch.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
also like I don't think a relationship can survive on the logic of there's always a bigger fish.
I think
I don't think that's
in,
how
It's
they-
not a bigger fish. They just touch fingers. That seals the deal. That's what
Yeah.
a proposal is in this universe.
yeah. No, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I also love how like
I
there's
almost
this-
tried doing it from this angle. I was like, that's a right angle.
Yeah, that
that's
doesn't
not
really-
gonna.
it sucks because the dinosaur is gonna block it. I really wish that I could like super
Zoom in
zoom
on
in
that.
on that.
We know.
What are we on time? How are we doing on time?
That's what makes it mad. We were doing. This is the longest we've gone, I think, without
Yeah.
asking for time.
Yeah.
I'd say so. We're at 107. I don't think we were talking all that much in the beginning.
No,
we
that was
got
a really
off
short
to a
intro.
quick start.
Yeah, because
So-
I don't want this to be our longest episode.
Dude, come on.
It probably already is our longest episode.
Could be.
The episode started with boogies, and we can probably end it with boogies. It's your birthday month. You can sign us out whenever you want.
I don't know how to do the. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to do the sign out.
No. I mean, like we got to do ratings and everything first.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Jesse.
I'll give it like a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
It was good. I like
I'm
it.
glad that you didn't try to one up last week.
No, I was
Yeah.
about to do like another out of 10. I was like, no, you do the 10
Yeah.
thing.
It 5 bings out of 10 bongs.
Only?
Yeah,
Five?
I'd watch it again.
Okay.
Not for the plot, just for like how stupid some of the gunfights were.
All right.
Gun butt.
I'm gonna give it 2 out of 2 guns hidden in your sleeves, even though it was made really clear that they took all of his guns before he walked in.
Wait, did they? Okay,
Yeah.
no, like
they
okay.
said, obviously, we're going to have to take your
Yeah, no,
firearms.
you remember
and they only
he
took
whispered
the
in his ear
sword.
like, "How do you get a gun away from like a cleric? You ask him for them." And then he did the thing, and he's armed again. And I'm like,
Not
why did
without
you
his-
do this?
Yeah. And then, like, when he cuts him with the katana, like, you see the vest with all the guns fall first. Like, hold on, that was like 2 or 3 layers deep, and the arms, but also the how?
Yeah.
Nothing made sense. Everybody had very, very poor critical thinking skills. It's
Yeah.
like everybody just had really big egos where they just wanted to kill the other person.
No,
in
they
the most
didn't have
stylish
egos.
way.
It's against the
Yeah.
rules. It is.
Yeah.
But he was like the one guy, which is why I was like, no, he emoted more than
Yeah.
Christian Bale did, and that I don't know.
Okay.
3 out of 5.
We can.
The more
we
I
can,
think about it,
we can sign off here.
We can sign off.
Yep.
Okay.
do the thing.
Yeah. Do the thing. I don't even like that.
Social media links
Social- okay.
in the description box down below.
No, no, you say it because you said you were going to
Yep.
sign off.
Social links in the description box down below.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Let
Bye.
it cook. No, let it cook. Let it cook.
Do you want me to cook or not?
Let-
You've been really
let
unclear
yourself-
about whether
okay,
or not I
no,
can
I'm-
cook.
I'm letting you cook right now, okay? Because as soon as you hit a certain threshold of quietness that you're uncomfortable with, you just say bye, and then it cuts to black. Okay?
But we
Go
all
ahead
need
and
to
cook.
stare first.
Go ahead and cook.
What? Why are you are so about this new slang?
Yeah.
like dude, let him cook has been your favorite thing
yeah,
for
just
2 months.
just go ahead and saute. That's where we're at, okay?
I'm fucking dying.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Next week's movie is Pirates of the Caribbean 2: Dead Man's Chest.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah, I mentioned that to Eric before you got here, and he was actually kind of upset that you'd be happy.
Are you sure you want to go with that one?
I mean, yeah, I
Okay.
really need you to see The Liars.
I
next scene.
I hope you understand that you made him happy.
It was either going to be this week or the last week of March.
No, the movie that you're choosing for the last week is definitely better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
There's
There's a lot of collusion on this podcast. Anyways,
Bye.